the UN. B. Read the text and answer the question that follow. Bangabandhu's speech at the United Nations General Assembly is a matter of great pride for us. He delivered the speech on 25 September 1974. Just after a week, Bangladesh became a member of the UN. To be a member of the UN was not an easy go, as some influential countries were opposing the membership for Bangladesh. So it was another war that Bangabandhu had to wage. But finally Bangabandhu won. She won not only the UN membership but also everyone who listened to his ever first speech at the UN. It was a very visa experience for him. He came, he saw, and he conquered everyone. Bangabandhu was the first person in the history of the UN to deliver a speech in Bangla, the language of the 75 million Bengalis, the language of the language martyrs. The poet of oration, the icon of charismatic leadership, touched another milestone had, and so did the Bengalis through him. It was a speech that revealed Bangladesh's stand on national and international issues before the global community. Identifying the UN as the parliament for the humankind, Bangabandhu recognized the moment of delivering his speech historical. He mentioned that the very moment justified the century-long struggle and sacrifice of the Bengalis for self-rule, independence, dignity, and coexistence along with other nations. He assured that Bangladesh would follow the ideology of mutual respect, national sovereignty, regional integrity, and non-interference into internal issues of other countries. Bangabandhu explained Bangladesh's absolute place to the UN charters and reminded how the people of his country made the highest sacrifice to achieve the same. The father of the nation added that Bangladesh would look forward to such a world where peace and justice would take their rightful place. It was essential to justify the sacrifice of the countless martyrs. In his speech, Bangabandhu expressed his utmost gratitude to the UN and the international community for standing beside Bangladesh with their aids and support in the reconstruction of the war-ravaged country. Relocation of 10 million war refugees who took shelter in India during the Liberation War. The leader of the country reminded the world how Bangladesh stood on the reliance and debris of a war where people were just struggling for survival. However, the repeated natural calamities were making their life harder and people even didn't have a minimum intake of food for a day. Going beyond Bangladesh, it expressed solidarity for all the oppressed people around the world and denounced racism, discrimination, imperialism, and the use of force to stop people's justified movements for their rights. Referring to the struggle of the people in Africa, Asia, Latin America, Namibia, Palestine, and Zimbabwe, he expressed his worry about people's plight to achieve their own rights. The leader of the oppressed noted, when millions of people were destitute with unending miseries, only a handful of people were enjoying the highest luxuries. He emphasized quick measures for global financial management based on justice. Bangabandhu warned that an absence of such a system would lead the world to experience an unprecedented misery of the history. The leader of the third world countries expressed his deep concerns over a global recession and inflation, unemployment, unequal distribution of wealth and opportunities, and the gap between the rich and the poor countries. He described how those had hid the development plans in many poor countries of the planet. To Bangabandhu, it was a global responsibility to fight these problems and take concerted effort to put an end to this. Before the concluded his speech, Bangabandhu declared that Bangladesh would follow the path of togetherness, brotherhood, and mutual respect and cooperation. He expected the UN would take substantial roles in solving the prevailing human crisis in the subcontinent as well as in other countries. Bangladesh has been following the paths of Bangabandhu, the drummer and the people's leader, even after his death nearly 5 decades ago. Thanks for watching my videos.